He's moving around a little bit better. He's been able to take some swings in the cages. We'll kind of see how he responds after the long bus ride today. Maybe have him swing a little bit more. I wouldn't anticipate him being available defensively. Just moving side to side is probably going to be an issue, but depending on how he bounces back the next couple of days, maybe a potential pinch hit option for the weekend.
DH option too.
Again, it's going to depend on if he can run. I don't see that happening based on how he was moving around yesterday. But yeah, that's why I say pinch hit. I think DH would be best case scenario.
Rotation stay the same this weekend?
Yeah, we'll go Shea, Olsen, and then TBA on Sunday.
What's been the key, especially with all the attrition, the injuries of that pitching staff? What's been the key to continuing to be effective generally and getting results?
Well, I mean, we come into the season, that's how our team was built. It was built from the back of the bullpen to the front, and so we knew we had some depth there. And so, when you lose as many guys as we've lost, it is difficult to think that you can be competitive, and we have done that because we have had some guys step up. Brockett, as a freshman's really stepped up, and you still have some guys with some experience that are still available. So just having that depth has allowed us to at least be competitive in games where, typically when you lose that many high leverage arms, that makes it awfully difficult to stay competitive at times.
How would you describe the mood of the team after last weekend?
We're pretty resilient. I mean, we've been in a lot of games. We've been in a lot of close games and come out on the wrong side of those. And we had a good practice yesterday. I mean, it's finals week this week, so haven't seen them really until yesterday. So we had a good practice yesterday and show up to the yard with a good mindset that we're going to go do what it takes to win.
What do you see from?
They're always athletic. I mean, they're a team that puts the ball in play. They can run a little bit. They're going to hit for a high average. The difference this year with their team is they're pitching better than they did last year. Got a really good Friday night guy that we're going to see, and their bullpen's much improved. So they're going to be a difficult team to. You got to make winning plays to win, period. But you play a team like that that's well-rounded. We're going to have to play at a really high level.
With the senior class and eligibility stuff, how much clarity do you have on that, and how much can these last few weeks potentially make a difference in what some of these guys decide?
I don't know that these next couple of weeks are going to make that big a difference. I think we've had some preliminary conversations with guys. I mean, there's guys that still have some school left and still trying to figure out, maybe there's a few guys that have a chance to play professionally. So there is a little bit up in the air with some of the guys, and maybe some guys decide to just move on and, go into the real world. So those are conversations that we'll have as we get towards the end of the year.
How do you feel like this team's handled? It's been a tough season.
Yeah.
It's gone the way you wanted it to. How do you feel like the guys have handled going through a lot of ups and downs?
Well, the way I look at it is we've been in every game, I mean, just about. We've had a chance to win most of the games that we've played in, so that tells me that we're coming out with a good mindset, expecting to win, and we have to make more winning plays. I mean, especially defensively. I think that's probably been the biggest thing for the difference between this team and maybe some others. You lose some of these pitchers, and that's going to hurt. But defensively, we've just been on the wrong side of some of these plays in late innings. Other teams are making throws to throw us out of the plate, and we're making the errors to kind of extend innings. So the mindset's there in order to be in the game at that point. So the guys just keep showing up and competing, and we've gotten off to some good starts in some games, and just haven't finished them all.
You kind of start standings watching it at all this weekend?
Well, I think you got to kind of at some point, But again, just like this time last year when we're going into the second to last weekend of the season, I mean, we went and clinched the conference title, but if we hadn't had a good weekend, we could have been in seventh place. So it's just so very up in the air. You know, you just have to win. I mean, that's the bottom line, is you got to go win. You got to find a way to be on the right side of these games, and if you do that, then you don't really have to worry about the standings too much, because if you finish 5-1 or 6-0, then you know you're going to be in good shape.
Anybody else not available this weekend?
Tyler Martin he's no longer on the team, so he'll be unavailable for the rest of the year. He's been dismissed from the team for violation of team rules.
Obviously, just further adds to the challenge of the staff, kind of like you talked about. I
Yeah.
think that's the mentality then moving forward.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Next man up.
Thanks, Coach.